Jordan, it's been a couple months since your season ended. So what have you been working on now as you've been preparing for this process?
I just really just been sharpening the things that I'm really good at, like making sure like I'm taking care of my body so I can display my athleticism. Really working on like making plays out of the pick and roll. A lot of teams like know that I can score coming from Northern Colorado, so they want to see me as like a true point guard, making plays, making the right reads, or just being able to like pick stuff out of the film. So I just really been watching a lot of film, tightening like my IQ up, and then being able to shoot consistently from the NBA line. A lot of people know that like this past year, I made a huge jump in my 3 points and my free throw, and then the NBA line is another jump for me. So just being able to show I have the confidence to consistently make the NBA three off the dribble and off the catch.
Is that the biggest adjustment, or is there a mental adjustment that comes with it as well? Just the knowledge of what you've got to do and to be able to assimilate that knowledge very quickly?
It's not that tough, but it definitely challenged you mentally because, like I said, I went from a guy that was my first three in college. I think I shot like 27% for my career, and then this year I went up to 36, 37. And so now the stuff that I worked on last summer, I basically started from ground zero as far as my confidence, my technique, as far as how I shoot the ball. And so now, with having a year like that, now making the jump to the NBA line, you just kind of go back to the drawing board and not fix things, but make sure like you're emphasizing on the foundation of my jump shot.
Is it NBA or bust for you, or do you look at all the opportunities that you have now worldwide to continue your career? Give us a sense for your thinking in that regard.
For me, as long as I have the opportunity to play basketball, that's all I really care about. I'd be lying to you if I say like I don't want to make a lot of money playing this game, because my situation is different for a lot of people. If you do know me, you know I have a 2-year-old daughter. So for me, it's about being in the right situation so I could provide for my daughter and my family to come.
What were your conversations like with the Nuggets? What do they like? What do they think that you need to work on still? Just what have you talked about with them?
The biggest thing was shot preparation. They told me that like I do have a good shot and it is smooth and like the elevation I get on my shot, but it's like before the ball, as the ball's coming to me, making sure I'm set and making sure I can take a quicker shot. Because they were also saying how like I had like on catch and shoot, I had like a bit of a dip in my shot. So just making sure like I'm ready before the ball comes to me, and that's been something I've been working on all summer. And I know like there's good days and bad days, and that's what that shows my growth. That shows that I really care about my development, and I'm just going to keep building from that. But they liked how I scored the ball. They liked how I made reads and I guarded the ball. So it was definitely a big upside to come here and get the feedback that I did.
How do you approach an opportunity like this where you're working out with an NBA team, but you know they don't have a draft pick right now?
I'm just blessed. I'm coming from a situation. I'm coming from a situation where you don't get this many opportunities. I'm not just talking about going to a smaller school, but I'm talking about like where I'm from. I'm from North Las Vegas, and like if you would go there, if I take you to the neighborhoods I grew up at as a kid and like my high school, you wouldn't take any opportunity for granted. So for me, it's just being able to be here and get my foot in the door of my dream, because I've been dreaming for this since I was a kid. So I don't care whether they got the first draft pick or no draft pick. I'm just coming here to hopefully get a spot, and like I'm not going to take my opportunity for granted.
In a workout like this, are you trying to literally just be the best basketball player you can be, or are you trying to fill a role, show your strengths, avoid your weaknesses, almost approach it as if it was an actual tryout?
It's a little bit of both. I feel like no matter where I go, because I'm coming from a situation where I was at a smaller school, I have to be the biggest dog in the room. So I have to come out and try to be the best player. And then on top of that, I know that I have to play within myself and not do things that I haven't been working on or playing outside of my strengths. And for me, the other backside of it, it's just how I approach it. It's another day in the gym, whether it's with my trainer or I'm back home with my dad. Like, if it makes no sense to, feed all to the hype or pressure now. Some guys, I know me, I've been playing basketball for almost 15 years now. So it's like I said, it's another day in the gym.
What's next for you? You have more workouts lined up?
Yes, I'm getting ready to go to Boston soon. But for me, I'm kind of a person that stays like focused on the day. So I'm gonna keep enjoying this process with the Nuggets today. Do whatever means I have to, and really enjoy that.
You mentioned your relationship with your dad. Do you know Jamal Murray's story at all and his relationship with his dad, the way that he pushed him?
I've actually seen the story in like high school, but I'm not too familiar with it. But definitely, and it's not even just my dad. My parents, both my mom and my dad, they're really like the figureheads of the family. Like, my dad is the person that, you know, if this is what you say you want to do, my dad is the person that does the groundwork. So my dad was waking me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, making sure I go run, making sure I go to the gym, making sure, like, I told him my story before, like making sure I did 1,000 calf raises a day, and then I had to do extra calf raises when I was in the shower, and he'll ask me. And there's like, and it's like when I tell people that, they're like your dad was extreme, but he knew I just really wanted it, and he knew what it was gonna take. And then my mom is the person that maps everything out. Like she'll put together the blueprint and the plan, like the plan out the week. When I started changing my diet, my mom held me to it, and like she would really like organize the house to where, like, and my brothers and sisters would get mad at me because it's like I'm a guy, I only eat like chicken and fish. So like my brothers and sisters be like where's the steak, where's the beef and stuff like that. My mom be like, if one of you can't eat it, you all can't eat it. And that's really how it is. And like when you know you have like a system behind you that makes sure want to help you make your dreams a reality, it makes it that much better.
1,000?
What did you say?
1,000?
Yeah, 1,000.
Can we get a look at those bad boys? I don't
Maybe like turn to a little.
And that's the thing. Like when I tell people that, like I said, they get shocked, and it's like, man, that's really, like, I was a guy going into like high school, I could like barely dunk. No, matter of fact, it was like during the 8th grade, I was like, I want to dunk. So my dad was like, you're gonna start doing the calf raises. So I started doing the calf raises, and I started like being able to catch lobs and different stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'm never gonna miss a day without doing it. like I'll probably, and that was the thing too, like he'll have me like doing like 500 push-ups a day, stuff like that. And like there were times where I would miss the push-ups, but I wouldn't miss the calf raises. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
That's hilarious.
When did you start eating like that?
So I made the adjustment to my diet mid-season of my sophomore year. I started finding myself having problems sleeping, as far as like being able to like fall asleep right away, or like being able, like I started to tell time pass, and it was because I'm gonna be honest, like I was eating McDonald's or eating like, I go out and eat steak, and that stuff is like kind of just bad for your body. So I really just started doing a ton of research and watching a lot of documentaries, and I just got to a point where I just felt like chicken and fish was the best for me, like a lot of vegetables, a lot of potatoes, a lot of rice, and like beans and stuff.
Your coaches compared you to Russell Westbrook. What do you think of that comparison?
It's a great comparison, just because that's somebody I actually model my game after. But there's many guys, Damian Lillard, Derrick Rose, especially when he was in his prime, John Wall, and Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is my favorite player of all time. So I've watched a ton of film of those guys since I was in the 7th grade, and just being able to like hear people talk about it, it's a blessing.
Can you just show us the demonstration of how the calf raise works? Because you know I want to work on my ups too. So
I'm rethinking my
I
lunch
need to
options
see
now
it.
too.
I know.
Yeah,
Is it slow up?
Yeah, it's like, so you'll do like some 3 seconds up and then 2 seconds down, and then like you'll do like 100 just as fast as you can. It's just
and then you're dunking after that.
Yeah,
You're just
the explosiveness is crazy after that.
Thanks, man.